Marcus, Mark, and Tom, last three.
Marcus Thompson, Barry News Group. Steph, you guys have been in this spot before where you're coming off bad showings and, it looks really bad. How do you guys get back to playing, to that standard that you guys have used all season? What do you guys do to, I guess, bring out the best of the Warriors when it doesn't look like you're going to get there?
We watched, the film that we watched and the way that Coach kind of broke it down was in a way that was very positive because you could kind of just see us on the offensive end, especially the mistakes that we made and the things that we just didn't do when it comes to creating the rhythm. It wasn't a lot that Cleveland did defensively that took us out of who we are as a basketball team and how we play. So you just have to find that. Like, there's nothing really you can do except go out on the floor and execute. And stay focused on the ways that we're going to be successful. And that's by everybody touching the ball whipping from side to side, setting great screens, or making hard cuts, and just resisting the urge to be stagnant and to be passive. And then on the other end, you can't give them, easy buckets off of turnovers, and you can't give them easy, or open shots off of breakdowns because they have talented guys that are going to make plays anyway. So you can't just gift them stuff on that end of the floor. So that's basically it. We understand what we have to do, and there's nothing you can do between now and then except wrap your mind around that focus and go out and do it.
Do you feel like if you guys play your best and LeBron played the way he's been playing, are you guys good enough to win this Game 7?
For sure. There's no moral victories in this game at all. But if you think about the thing we hold on to is knowing we were down 20 in the first quarter in Game 6 on the road, clawed our way back to within 8 and within 7, 2 different occasions in the fourth quarter. And LeBron had an amazing game. So the margin of error is very, very slim for us because of what we can do over the course of 48 minutes. We just can't beat ourselves. And just play better.
Mark?
Steph, Mark Schwartz, ESPN. There's been a kind of theme today from both you and Clay and Draymond about maybe not being ourselves. All of you have kind of said that in one form or another. Why do you think that you haven't been yourselves, or you personally haven't been yourself for part or all of this series, and what can you do to really be yourself when it matters most?
It's kind of the thing when you look at us on film, or when we look at ourselves on film, the kind of spark you just don't see, like kind of that rhythm and that flow and just the energy that we play with on the offensive end. And obviously we lost Game 5 and 6, not so much because we missed open shots, but also because of our defensive breakdown. So it's kind of, you can kind of nitpick both sides, but at the end of the day, I don't know why we haven't been ourselves. You can look at what we haven't done, but I couldn't tell you the reason that we've been lacking in those areas. Besides, this is a long, hard grind journey to win a championship, and anything's liable to happen. The only thing that matters is we have one game left to figure it out. And at the end of the day, if we're standing on a podium tomorrow, who cares how we got there? We got there, so that's kind of the thing that we have to play for tomorrow.
What is it that makes you confident that you can be yourself when it matters most?
I know I'm prepared. I'll be prepared mentally and physically for the game. Just what I do normally to get ready to play. And
Tom, last question of the night.
Yeah, that's it.
Steph, Tom Haberstroh, ESPN.com. How would you touched on this a little bit with Marcus's question, but how would you characterize the looks that you've gotten against Cleveland in this series? And when you miss an open look or it doesn't fall, does the inner monologue in your head change now in the finals compared to when it was in November when you get an open look and it doesn't fall?
No, like low-key perfectionist when it comes to like, you know, shooting and whatnot. So it doesn't matter if it's training camp in September or the finals. I'm mad when I miss an open shot. And my approach to the next play is the exact same. I have the same amount of confidence. I've gotten really, really good looks this series. You know, 4 out of the 6 games I've played pretty well to my expectations, my standards. So I need to take it up another notch for Game 7, and that's what the greats do.
Thanks, Steph.